Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. A Warner Brothers animated film that isn't the Iron Giant? Pff, sold! I honestly think from day one I've been getting requests to review this movie. Well, I don't know anyone that sees the 1994 adaptation of Swan Lake as the worst thing ever. It does carry this awkwardness that just enough people saw to make 4 more direct-to-DVD awkwardnesses. It also helps that the movie at the time was very well advertised. Every other kids show had a commercial for this playing in between. But also keep in mind that at the time, the only animation studio making any kind of profit back then was Disney. And just the same way Disney re-released The Little Mermaid for a limited time when Anastasia posed a threat. Guess what movie, only 5 months after its premiere, they decided to re-release on the exact same day? Highest grossing movie Disney's ever made at the time! What lousy luck! What are the chances we just happened to re-release this film on the exact same weekend?
The company's a monster.
But after it went to video, kids were still kinda curious whether or not there was anything worth watching in it. The answer? Well, let's take a look for ourselves. This is the long-requested Swan Princess. The film opens up once upon every fairy tale backwash as an old king awaits the birth of his first child.
He was growing old and had no child to inherit the throne. Then, happily, a daughter was born, and she was given the name Odette.
Here's to the assumption that her mother died in birth! Yay! Many come from across the land to visit the newborn 3-year-old, and the king forms a plan with a queen from another kingdom to play matchmaker with their kids. But an evil sorcerer named Rothbart, whose name is so strange I need more time to think of a proper joke for it, apparently has other plans.
For he was preparing to take William's kingdom by means of the forbidden arts.
Through the evil leprechaun magic of pink hearts, yellow moons, green clovers, and blue diamonds. They're magically diabolical. Though his scheme is stopped, our villain, played by the late Jack Palance, swears his life to get revenge.
Someday, I'll get my power back. And when I do, everything you love will be mine.
You were my #1 guy! So a young Odette and a young Derek are forced to hang out with each other. But, as is typical of any 90s romance, they of course had to hate each other throughout the majority of the process.
I can't believe I'm stuck with her all summer. Oh, but she doesn't wrestle, hunt, or box.
Now, to its credit, the fact that they're bitter kids does make this scene work a little better. And, yeah, it's actually kind of a cute number. That is, when they're not obviously ripping off other Disney trademarks.
I think you really sorta like her. Fess up.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast! Pinocchio! So obviously Sleeping Beauty, I can't believe you're ripping off Sleeping Beauty, have you no shame?
This isn't my idea of fun.
But then, quite literally out of nowhere, they suddenly love each other. Again, I guess like most 90s romances.
She started out as such an ugly duckling, and somehow suddenly became a swan.
Oh, now isn't that a charming lesson? Years of hate and abuse are fine in a relationship as long as your sexual urges deem your partner a sweet piece of ass. Hey, it worked in Meg Ryan films and she turned out just fine. Don't do what they do in Meg Ryan films.
Arrange the marriage.
Arrange the marriage? They've been arranging it practically since you were a sperm!
Wait. What? You're all I ever wanted. You're beautiful.
But what else?
What else? What else is there?
Wait, I know this one. I can put my dick in you. You're sizzling arm candy. You're a means to my incredibly shallow end.
We tried, Huberta. No one can say we didn't try.
All of these years of planning. Wasted!
Yes, the parents should be very upset that a couple who hated each other yet were forced to be together still end up hating each other. Clearly, this is all the children's fault.
You must see something other than Odette's beauty.
Oh, of course I do, Rogers. She's like, you know. How about... And then... I mean, right?
Look, she makes my hose jump, okay? It's the Middle Ages. Love is like an appetizer. It's good to start off with, but not essential. But little do they know that Rothbart, God, it's like the sound you make when you hiccup and belch, Rothbart, turns into an evil animal and takes Odette away. Derek arrives on the scene.
Who did this? A great animal. It's not what it seems. It's not what it seems.
We're not Disney. No matter how hard we try to make it look, we'll never be Disney.
Where is Odette? Odette is Odette.
Well, I know she's Odette, but that doesn't answer my question.
Gone.
Odette! I will forever miss your beauty and nothing else!
So we discover that the evil Rothbart, sounds like a gay porno with the lead singer of Van Halen, has kidnapped Odette and has whisked her away to the horrible, devastating, prettiest evil lair banishment can buy. Why the fuck does he want the King's Land? He's living in a resort by Thomas Kincaid.
Now don't let my little spell make you sad, Odette. It doesn't even last the whole day.
So he turns her into a swan, but apparently the moonlight only on the lake can change her back to normal. He also reveals that the confession of one's true love is the only thing that'll stop the transformation.
What I really want is your father's kingdom.
Take it then. You have enough power.
Once you steal something, you spend your whole life fighting to keep it. If I marry the only heir to the throne, we'll rule your father's kingdom together.
Never.
Where are you going? As soon as moonlight leaves the lake, you turn back into a swan.
Oh. Oh.
Wow. I mean, wow. You've been waiting over, what, 10 years to put this plan together, and that's your big magnum opus that you finally scrounged up? Alright, yeah. Alright, come in here. I'm sorry, it's just I need help to get this out as quickly as possible because there are just too damn many to go through. So, without further ado, everything wrong with this plan in under 40 seconds. Go!
If she did agree, what's to stop her from changing her mind after the spell is broken?
If Odette is a swan, what's to stop her from flying away and communicating with someone by writing in the sand?
If he wants to marry her legally, why doesn't he just hypnotize her to say yes?
The only thing to break the spell is the person confessing their love. Why? Seems counterproductive to the plan.
What's to stop her in human form from sneaking up behind him and knocking the fucker out?
Is there really no law to marrying banished people? Kinda seems like a no-brainer.
He disappears in the day doing nothing. Why doesn't he do something?
Couldn't he threaten someone she loves to force her to marry him? She doesn't really have an incentive.
If he can change anyone to anything, why doesn't he change anyone to anything? He can make himself look like the king. He can make someone else look like Odette. There's a million other ways around this. Oh, that's it. But thank you guys so much. Now back to the closet until I need you again.
No, but it smells like dead armpit in there.
Go! Usually next time I have a Sam and Max joke.
Never makes enough of those.
So Derek tests his skills by having an arrow shoot at him. One can only hope this leads to a Saint Sebastian homage. You don't even know who that is, do you? Don't go to Google, your soul knows the truth!
No!
Yeah, can we get the judge's take on that? That's what I thought. Even for a fantasy aimed at 2-year-olds, that's pretty fucking stupid. But he also practices his hunting skills on some of his servants. And sadly, it's not as violent as you would think. 5 episodes of Animaniacs were given up to bring you this. Now we'll never see the episode where Pinky and the Brain kiss.
Lord Rogers, I must object. We are musicians.
We are a band, and not a band of animals. This masquerade is more than I can bear.
Is this really warranting of a song? Do these characters we've never seen before and won't see again demand a musical interpretation of their emotional struggle? Well, something you'll discover is, remember how even though it was kind of corny, the child characters were actually pretty distinct, memorable, and even surprisingly enjoyable? Well, that was before they remembered, oh yeah, we're Diet Disney. Anything that was different and unique has to be tossed out for 1 calorie of the enjoyment. Because of this, Odette and Derek have little to no personality from this point on. Yeah, see how expressive they are? See how funny they are? See how different from every other animated film out at the time they seem to be? Chuck it! Now watching our characters is like seeing an unsalted cracker propose to a sheet of sandpaper. Nothing stands out about them at all, and that somehow is supposed to make you care about them. So, to make up for how incredibly boring they are, they give all the colorful songs to hastily rush comic relief that serve little to no purpose in the story. Like the Coach Servant song.
Girls would walk or run or even crawl.
The women we know aren't gonna marry Derek, so there's no purpose to them at all song.
Princesses on parade.
And of course a song so desperate to be popular they named it after a dying 90s t-shirt franchise.
No fear!
Our backs are to the wall.
No fear!
Not that I'm complaining. Keep it alive, people. Keep it alive. That last song, by the way, is sung by Diet Disney Comic Relief as well. One is a frog voiced by John Cleese doing a god-awful Lumiere impression.
Ha! What a love dance. I don't want these flowers. I must have those.
I don't know. I like his other French take better.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. Now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
And an upbeat old turtle voiced by...
Why don't you just give her these flowers? These are pretty.
Oh god, shit, are you serious? Stephen Wright?
Friends call me Speed. Ready for action, sir. Hey, batter. Have a nice flight.
Okay, you dumbasses that put a Brit as a Frenchman. I'm not against this guy as an actor at all. Far from it. I'm sure he can be great. But you have to put a fitting voice with a fitting character. The turtle is usually smiling, always getting involved, and feels a constant need to help people. Would you choose this guy for that?
She said if you could know how and when you were gonna die, would you want to know? I said no. She said forget it then.
He's the only actor who can completely not try for a role and you would never know the difference. Unless your character is called Depressy Duck or Suicidal Salamander, it's not gonna work!
I can only kiss the man I love. And then he
must make a vow of everlasting love. I know.
And prove it to the world.
Prove it to the world? Wow, that's a pretty egotistical spell you got there. Don't a lot of Hollywood couples try that and it doesn't usually turn out very good for them?
Derek, you and I were meant to be.
But hey, that would be indicating that this movie knows nothing about real love. And hell, we all know that's not true. Take this scene where our couple sings about how much they love one another, even though they left on bad terms, called off a wedding, 90% of what we saw then convinces us why they shouldn't be together, and absolutely nothing about them has changed at all. True love? Yeah, there's nothing in this movie outside of one look where they ever share any chemistry. Remember when Odette wants Derek to say something else he likes about her aside from her beauty?
Is beauty all that matters to you?
What else is there?
No. The more I think about it, I'm siding with him. What else is there? Nothing stands out about you two that makes you interesting at all. If this movie can't explain what else about them is supposed to be unique, why should the characters? Disney developed more on-screen charisma with characters that you only knew for a few days. You guys had a fucking childhood to develop their romance and you still ended up botching it. How is that possible?
I'll never
So Derek is bound to figure out what the king's last words meant by the great animal. It's not what it seems.
An animal that can change its shape. A harmless creature approaches. Then, suddenly, it's too late.
You mean it could be anything?
Anything.
Okay, I guess that's a clue, but what are you gonna do about it?
Oh, you know the great animal when you see it.
I'll know.
That's right! They go around to random animals, any fucking random animals, and just start shooting at them. Heck, he even goes after Odette, trying to avenge Odette!
A swan. Of course. This one's for Odette!
What the fuck is wrong with these people? This is both stupid and insane! Even the McCarthy trials weren't quite this ludicrous!
Mr. Rooster, are you the great animal?
No.
Yes, you are. Miss Kitty, are you the great animal?
Yes?
Nice try. Mr. Mole, are you the great animal?
Animal always great!
Wrong answer. Mr. Worm, are you the great animal?
Well, my friends always call me great.
Whatever, take this.
Huh, it'll take more than that ought to do it.
I mean, do they have any brain cells in them? Any logical thinking? I mean, it makes no fucking sense. Anyone could be the great animal. I could be the great animal. It's you, you fucking maniac! Hey, put the safety on that thing! I'm sorry, we gotta take a break. We'll be right back. You're just looking for an excuse to shoot things! You're like the NRA! Ah! So Odette tries to outrun Derek while her cuddly friends try to help her out.
He can't even see us anymore, let alone... Ah! Stayed up, Carl.
Ah, the always popular smoke from arrow makes beard gag. Classic? But she leads him into the pond where she shows her true colors.
No one believed me, but I knew.
You can't stay.
Can't stay? No, I'll never let you out of my sight again.
You're just so beautiful and nothing else.
There must be some way to break the spell.
You must make a vow of everlasting love. You must prove it to the world.
The ball. Tomorrow night, before the whole world, I will make a vow of everlasting love.
And by the whole world, I mean the small number of people I can crowd into one room inside my castle. I hope the spell is not a number cruncher.
So he takes Odette with her as a swan, as he's promised never to lose her again. Or he just leaves her in the hands of a psychotic monster, as most loved ones do. But it turns out our villain has heard the whole thing.
Come to the ball. I will make a vow. Thought you could fool Rothbart. Did you?
Why can't you just get Stockholm Syndrome like everyone else I brought here? I had the turtle ready to marry me in a week.
So he develops a new plan. Now he's gonna change his helper into Odette and have her go in her place, which was, what, plan number 5 we discussed earlier? And he announces this, of course, in song.
Up till now, I've pulled my punches. I intend to eat their lunches.
My God, there's nothing more terrifying than a tap-dancing sorcerer who plans on eating people's lunches. This diabolical baddie has entered the realms of rude. Rude!
Bad guy, I was born to be.
One more time!
Really? You think this song is good enough to warrant a one more time? I know you gotta fill up that 90 minutes somehow, but couldn't you put that extra effort into hiding the obvious frame cell at the edge of the screen? No, I mean the magical bar of hollowness! That seems to make an appearance quite a bit in this movie, actually. You know, this film's empty enough without uncompleted backgrounds. So while the queen prepares the ball to match up Derek with another princess, Derek prepares to use the ball as a chance to confess his love. But everything, apparently, needs to be quite specific.
I don't want red roses. I want white. Like a swan. Would you feed this to a swan? Take it back. No, Rogers, hold it. Tonight, the music must be played soft and graceful. Like a swan.
These bowls, they must be made bigger so people can dip their heads in them while eating. Like a swan. These floors, they must be prepared for people to shit all over them whenever they please. Like a swan. These clothes, we must find something more fitting, like... No, that's just stupid. So Odette is locked away by Rothbart. Sounds like an IRA plan involving the Simpsons. While an imposter goes in her place.
Oh, I was so worried. I almost thought...
Nothing could keep me away.
Little Mermaid, you unoriginal fucktard bastards who couldn't come up with an original idea if everybody on the earth was dead and there was nobody around to steal ideas from for the rest of your days! Allergies.
Rogers, who is it? Do you know her?
I don't know.
Come now, Rogers. I know he confides in you.
Wait a minute. Why don't they recognize her? Is Odette really so bland that watching her grow up throughout her entire childhood honestly left no impact on them whatsoever? God, she really is beautiful and nothing else. Go! So Odette's friends help her escape by fighting the ripped-off designs from All Dogs Go to Heaven. Big-lipped alligator stealing! But arrives at the castle just a moment too late.
I make a vow of everlasting love.
Derek!
To Odette.
Oh no! Instead of confessing his love to Odette, he confessed his love to Odette! Wait, this makes no sense. He still said Odette, but nothing in the spell said she had to be in the same room. It's not like he said, I confess my love to this person on my left. He clearly said Odette. You know, this is really why spells need to be looked over by lawyers first.
I greet you with Cheeto lightning.
You should have left her to me. Now, Odette will die.
Odette! Wait, why will Odette die? Okay, even if she did, doesn't he still need to marry her? Was that the whole idea behind the plan to begin with? How is he gonna rule the land if he still has no position? Look, I know I shouldn't nitpick in a fairy tale, because it's a fairy tale and that's just stupid, but half the dialogue in this is about how the ownership of this kingdom works.
He was sad, for he had no child to inherit the throne.
We'll join our lands if this arrangement clicks.
If I marry the only heir, we'll rule your father's kingdom together, legally.
I'm only putting so much damn focus on it because they put so much damn focus on it. Fuck these guys, the politics of Game of Thrones is easier to follow than this.
I love you,
Odette.
I can't lose your beauty and nothing else.
Odette. I made the vow for her. Do you hear?
I make my Napoleon Dynamite face in your honor. Idiot!
Don't let her die.
Only if you defeat me.
A great animal.
My God, the king was right. The great animal wasn't at all what it seemed. It was an evil creature of darkness who consumed anything that was in its way. Actually, that is exactly what it would seem. You were chasing a mouse. A fucking mouse. Curse, overused, non-specifically vague dying words!
Good lord, I'm shocked that all my years of shooting people in bunny outfits has in no way prepared me for this.
But Diet LeFou comes in, they pull that arrow bullshit again, and the entire climax is only under 2 minutes long. I guess I shouldn't be complaining, it is mercifully short, but... yeah, fuck it, I'm not complaining. It's mercifully short. That, of course, somehow breaks the spell. They get married the next day because obviously they've learned so much more about each other, and the future sequels fly overhead.
The prince wants a fighting air force, and it's my job to get you birds in shape.
Now, which one of you will be hand-drawn straight to DVD, and which one of you will be computer-generated straight to DVD?
Well, I'm ready, Odette. Voila! I've got some schmoozing to do.
Alright, let's just decree that somehow the princess and the frog probably ripped this off, and we can all go back to making original content again. Okay? Okay? Because there's not much more of this Diet Disney I can take! This film feels like the movie that Enchanted was satirizing in the first third. It doesn't feel like someone wanted to tell a story out of passion. It feels like it was told because someone else was making money with this other formula, and now they're gonna try that formula. The leads are a bore, the comedy's weak, the animation is much better at being wild and energized rather than soothing and romantic. But even then, a lot of the timing and characters are so poorly executed that even that doesn't hold much water. The only thing close to enjoyable is that opening number. Heck, if the movie was just about these kids growing up, I think we might have had a stronger movie. But as is, it's phoned in, unimaginative, and just a dull waste. I can tell you right now, that is the last time I ever subject myself to Diet Disney. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, I remember it, so you don't have to.
Anvil or say.
Hey guys, how'd you get out of the closet?
Oh, we've had a way out for a while. We've just been making you think we're always stuck in there.
Yes, and we've been using our time growing bitter against you and working out a way to seek our revenge.
That's great. You know, I gotta tell you, I am so sick of these Diet Disney spin-offs. I'm so in the mood for something new.
Well, why not try this? It's Diet DreamWorks.
Oh, no kidding. What's in it?
Oh, everything from the Nut Job, Hoodwinked, and all the Rio and Ice Age sequels.
God, that's twice now I've been so mean to Blue Sky Studios. I should probably stop if they ever made something good.
Well, if you need more variety, you can always try Diet Pixar.
Oh, no shit, and what's in that one?
Oh, it's a very simple recipe. It's all the Pixar sequels, excluding Toy Story, of course.
Of course. I mean, every diet product ggets lucky and has some substance every once in a while.
Oh, and here's one you can use in your next review. Seuss Zero.
Oh, hey, I love Dr. Seuss.
No, Critic, this is Seuss Zero. It doesn't have any of the Dr. Seuss genius in it at all.
Wow, that would be great for a review. But, what's in it? And why is it all orange? Oh, no!
Would you feed this to a swan?